The game has come to an end, guys, and 3-3 stalemate against Inter Milan at home. And what are your thoughts, guys? Actually, for me, I felt like it was a perfect response to adversity because in the first half of the game, we already 2 goals down. Like, okay, the first goal that Marcus Thuram scored, it was as a result of, for me, I would say tiredness, probably because of the picture against Real Madrid, the Copa del Rey final. He played 120 minutes, so it felt like the fatigue was kicking in the first phase of the game, which Marcus Thuram took advantage of by scoring in like 34 seconds or thereabout. And if you look at the goal, I felt like it could have been avoided if we had pressed more, with Inigo Martinez sleeping in the most important part of the attack of Inter. And then again, it went from bad to worse when Denzel Dumfries scored the second goal. And if you actually look at this, you would see that in the game, while we possessed the groundwork, the ground football, Inter Milan were successful with their set pieces, and that was where we struggled, particularly in corner kicks. And I think they had 2 goals out of 3 from corner kicks, and that was how it was in the first half. FC Barcelona responded very well despite being 2 goals down. And the second goal from Denzel Dumfries was a good one for the corner kick. And after it got to his part, he volleyed it in. There was no chance for Chesney. I mean, 3 of the goals today came. He didn't have any chance to make any save. But although there's a case for the third goal where he could have either positioned well for the high claim or for the actual header. But then again, it is what it is. After the 2-0, the goals started coming in. I mean, Lamine Yamal is a very, very phenomenal talent. He's generational. I mean, look at the way he skips past the Inter Milan players. Despite them being in the heart of the defense, he was able to find that important shot that went into the net, and Yao Soma could not do anything about it. I mean, that's amazing. This is his 100th game, and he marks it with a goal. That's so amazing. A very, very high talented player. I mean, at the age of 17, you cannot see this happening around. This is absolutely sensational. And he continued to cook DiMarco up until when there was no space for DiMarco. He he did not he did not continue the game. I mean, that's how good Yamal is. DiMarco could not keep up. He kept trying to. At some point, he was looking at Yamal's legs like, ha, what will I do? How will I stop this boy? He was unplayable, and I love that for him. Anyways, guys, this was the lineup, and before the game started, there was this update that Yamal was having a discomfort in the warm-up session, and he felt like a scare to all Barcelona fans. But hey, he was perfectly fine. He started the game, and the rest is history. Before the second half, there was this goal that came to level matters, and that was the Ferran Torres one. I mean, none other than Pedri. Who else could it be if not Pedri? He started off the play, and he put a perfectly timed pass to Rafinha, who was unselfish, and he headed the ball towards Ferran Torres' path, who in truth he moved like a striker there, like more like a fox in a box type, to 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 leverage on that space, and he scored the second goal that made it 2-2 in the first half. And if you look at the stats, we were actually possessing more, over 70% of possession, and we had over 300 passes in the first half already. That's because we were in control of the midfield. Barella and Charanoni could not do anything in that midfield. They were dominated by Frenkie de Jong, Pedri, and Clarion. And these are the things we love to see. And I feel like Barcelona would do better in the second half. That was what I felt. But then I kind of felt like the level dropped a bit as they were tired legs around. Ronald Araujo came on in the second half for Gerard Martin, and at some point in the game, Daniomo was subbed off for Femil, and some other changes were made. We also saw Christensen in the starting lineup at some point. He had a cameo, and it was lovely to see because we are not seeing Christensen for a very long time this season, and that's very good. I believe this would be the start of him featuring in more games. But the second half, it started, and we we went we went down again. We went down again. Like in the second half, Inter Milan scored again, and guess what? It was from a set piece, and it was Denzel Dumfries that scored the third goal as well. He could have easily had a hat trick in this game. Let's not lie, because he was on fire. He was absolutely on fire. Denzel Dumfries was the man of the match for the game, and he could have had a hat trick if care was not taken. But then again, Barcelona responded again. I mean, this game, like I said in the beginning of this video, it was a perfect response to adversity, and that was what happened. Because when they score us, we do not sit back. We do not let the game die in our hands. We craft out our own fate. We craft out our own response, and that's what happened. Moments later, it was Rafinha that gave that wonderful shot. He took that wonderful shot. Well, although it was counted as an own goal, but there, I mean, it takes an audacious mind for you to be able to pull that off. And that was what gave us the get out of J card. The get out of J card, it was from that shot, and the game ended 3-3. But before the game ended, there were some chances where we could have gotten something, like the one where Yamal had a shot that Rafinha all in fact Rafinha gave up. He gave up. But that ball hit the bar. And there was another one where Yamal delivered the pass that somehow touched, he parried the ball towards the edge of the 18-yard box, which I felt like if Rafinha was well positioned, he could have leveraged on that. But hey, the game has ended 3-3, stalemate.